From South Boston Speedway, presented by the Cruise Shop, this is the Global SimRacing Channel's final round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's Grand National Series, the inaugural season. Now, in 1848, the French periodical Les Guêpes coined the phrase. It was "Plus ça change, plus c'est marchou," which translates into English, "The more things change, the more things stay the same," which translates into the language of bootleg as J.R. Shepherd. The race car may have changed, but fenders or no fenders, with 8 wins and 10 races, J.R. Shepherd has done it again, adding yet another virtual trophy to his virtual trophy case. But what isn't virtual is momentum. And with the crown once again fitted to Shepherd's cranial dimensions, momentum is what everyone will be hoping to gain now and take with them into the future when next season gets underway. Good health, and welcome to another GSRC broadcast. Up in the booth to bring you our Word's Eye view, it's Jeffrey Smith, joined by yours truly, Bill Soups on. Joe Peak is resting his pipes while he turns the knobs and pushes the sliders as the director, armed with cameras locked and loaded by Dougie Beard. Okay, South Boston is always a familiar stop on any bootleg itinerary, so let's get reacquainted with today's racing venue.
Welcome to South Boston, Virginia, and perhaps the most well-known short track to iRacers, South Boston Speedway. Opened in 1957, this 4/10-mile track with limited banking is where many of the old drivers in iRacing got their start, as the track served as an original launch partner with the service and has long been a hotbed of Legend Series drivers learning the ropes on the sim. South Boston is a challenging short track. Your best success usually comes hugging that yellow line, but buyer beware. Pit walls extend into turns 1 and 3, and they are unforgiving. And even more daunting, perhaps, the barriers protecting the pit entrance off turn 4, which are sure to end your race if you spin low on corner exit. Located in the heart of NASCAR country, Sobo, as it's locally known, hosted the Cup Series up until 1971, with the Xfinity Series and the NASCAR trucks racing here into the 2000s. Today, Sobo's a favorite of drivers in the NASCAR modified ranks. It's also seen frequent visits from the former NASCAR East Series. The track also plays host to weekly NASCAR late model action and other touring late model and super late model events as well. On a Saturday night at South Boston, you're likely to see a future NASCAR star. Sobo has served as a proving ground for future NASCAR winners and champions. That's your look at South Boston Speedway. Now it's your turn to try to conquer Sobo. Let's go short track racing.
It's officially called South Boston, but race fans know it as Sobo. Here's somebody I want you to get to know, and I'm going to introduce, once again, Jeffrey Smith. Talk a little bit about this place, Jeff.
Bill, this place, I love this place as a fan, but as a driver, not so much. This is going to be the final race of this season of the Bootleg Racing Series. So we got a 100-lap race here. These guys are going to be battling. Yeah, Shepherd's taking the title already, but these guys are still fighting for second place. So I don't see them giving up too soon. We do not get tires here in the BRL, so that's going to be interesting tonight. This track is hard on tires. It's hard on the drivers, so that one fast repair might come in handy once these guys start getting rough. Now, last week's finishing order, we're going to invert the top 8. That's a little different here in the BRL than usual. So the top 8 will be reversed tonight to start the field. This track is a half-mile track, 12-degree banking, and it is, like I said, it is very, very exhausting on drivers, Bill. Anything you bring here, you're going to be working your butt off all night. So plan on some exhaustion, plan on some guys get frustrated, and we're going to go bumper to bumper for 100 laps.
I'm so excited to be here. I've called a million bootleg races before, but it's always been the SK Modified. These cars certainly are bigger, take up a little more track. You know, everything here from the Bootleg Racing League is courtesy thanks to the Cruise Shop. They've been in operation since 1986. They are a team of highly experienced travel agents that have a huge passion for travel. They specialize in cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, Disney and family travel, groups, honeymoons, and weddings. They would, you know what? It should be weddings and honeymoons. I'm telling you, got to get that thing in the right order. They would love the opportunity to help you plan your next vacation. Give them a call today. Their phone number is 260-755-6125 or visit thecruiseshop.com. The Cruise Shop is dedicated to fulfilling their clients' dreams one destination at a time. And I know these are tough times right now, but I bet you if you call them, they'd be happy to talk to you. Things are going to get better, and when they do, how about you get yourself a cruise? You'll deserve it after getting through what's going on right now. Let's talk about what's going on the track. We talked about the inversions. The question is our champion here today? Did I see J.R. Shepard? Did he show up? Jeffrey, have you seen him? There he is, second on the top. All right, we're going to get to talk to John Hine now, and he'll have a lot to say about our sponsor, the Cruise Shop. John, you have a copy?
Sure do. How are you guys tonight?
Very good. It's good to talk to you and talk to you about our sponsor. We coming back for next season?
You betcha. We plan on being there for both, not only on Saturday nights here, but we're going to be doing the Friday night dirt street stocks. That'll be right here on GSRC, so that should be a good partnership and bring a lot of good racing.
Holy moly, that sounds exciting. So it's a two for a week for you guys. We get to bootlegs both times. What are they racing? Just because I'm a novice, what are they racing on the dirt? Is it like a sprint car? What is?
We are going to do the sprint cars, which you guys will be broadcasting, and much like what we do here on Saturday, we'll have another couple other leagues that will run in conjunction, and one of which will be the big wing sprint cars, the 360s. Anybody can join. Just have to go out to the Bootleg, find us on iRacing, and sign up.
I know you're involved with the Cruise Shop. Things probably a little quiet right now, but all things will pass, my friend.
Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't get on a cruise ship right now, and I wouldn't travel for that matter right now. But you know what? A year from now, when most people are booking their cruises a year from now, so if you're making plans, even if it's not with the cruise shop, but if you're making plans a year from now, keep those plans, and everything should be all right. And if not, the cruise lines have made it where they will take care of you if, for whatever reason it isn't able to happen, you know, get your money back, all that kind of stuff. So you won't, you know, lose anything in the process, but it shouldn't hurt you from making plans.
All right, well, let's get you out of here on this one, though. Let's talk about the track. Have you been out there? Are you racing tonight?
Yeah, I am racing tonight. I got a couple laps in. I think last I looked as about 6 or so. Maybe I've fallen a little bit since then. I saw JR come into the room. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough track. And, you know, with the new tire wear, you guys are going to have to watch tonight. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of comers and goers because this is going to be a real easy track to overcook the tire, especially the right front. So I think you're going to see guys, you know, do that, and maybe about mid-race. I think that's when you're going to start to see the guys that have overcooked it start to drop back, and the guys that have been taking care of their tires start to move forward.
You were in the top 8 last time out, so you don't get the benefit of the regrid. You got to work your way through the field. Good luck. We'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah, and then, by the way, Soup, is that you?
It is me.
Welcome back. I haven't heard your voice in a long time. It's good to have you back on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll see if we can close it out in style tonight. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Jeffrey, we talked about the regrid. If I go through here and see the results from last time, it looked like Bruce Pearson finished in the magic 8-ball spot, and he's here today. So we're going to see Bruce on the pole in car number 96. That should be good. He'll be fun. There, we're looking at him right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the points. We talked about the championship being all finished up. 46 points. Jeffrey probably not going to be able to get there from where he is. James Lowe. James does have a couple wins, though.
Yeah, James Lowe is going to be fast tonight. I fully believe that. He's never not fast, if you will. So he's sitting first on the board right now. So big surprise there. Brad Spidle's going to be quick. Mike Holloway He is actually down on the board for once tonight, but even then, he's only about a 10th off. So I don't see that being an issue. He'll get through the field pretty quickly. And Brad Spidle, again, up front. So these guys, I mean, there's a talented group of guys here, and watching them every week has just been absolutely amazing. I love this series, and I love this car. It's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, just quickly scanning through the top 8 from last week, this being the season finale. A lot of the guys who are out of the points are not here today. I think there's only 3 or 4 drivers that will get the benefit of the regrid. So J.R. Shepherd, who would usually start in 8th position after coming off the win, you're going to see him, I'm going to think, outside of row 2, if not even closer to the front. James Lowe will be right next to him. That's going to be a tall order then for our pole sitter, Bruce Pearson, to hold back that spot. What's the racing line like here? Do you think it's going to be 1 lane, 2 lanes? What are we looking at?
The way they're running right now, I feel like it's probably going to be a 1-lane track unless somebody wants to test the top. I don't see it getting too much farther up there. They're not really trying 2 lanes right here side by side. I guess we got I think it's Ruben Altis back there trying an extra line there, but I really don't see them really pushing it to 2 lines tonight. This track is already tough to drive anyway, and then to try to squeeze 2 cars on here, it's rough. So unless it's for a power move, I don't see them going to 2 lines. But we'll see. These guys have surprised me before.
A nice Sweet 16 driver names on the entry list. Our fastest qualifier right now, well, I say qualifier, but that really doesn't matter because it is set by the results of the previous race. Our fastest practicer out there is James Lowe with a 15.173. Remember those digits, 173. Our slowest practicer, well, that's Austin Belke, a 15.631. So even from the beginning to the end, the difference in lap time's only about half a second. And then we'll go ahead and show you. I think we showed the race details already, but maybe not. Maybe I missed that. There we are, round 11, final round, 100 laps. No tires. That's an important rule. 1 fast repair, and the grid inverts for the top 8 from the previous round. Season finale. Glad you're here with us on the Global SimRacing Channel. Brought to you by the Cruise Shop. Racing for momentum going into next season. It was great to hear John Hine talk about we're going to be here not only on Saturday nights, but this is news to me. I've been kind of out of the loop a little bit. I guess we're here on Friday nights as well. Get a little bit dusty on Friday. Starting on the 21st, I'm getting a whisper in my ear. You know what? With the lack of sporting events to watch, why don't you mark that down on your calendar? Get your fix of some competition. Join us on Friday, March 21st.
I'll definitely be watching these guys. These guys show each and every week why they're so tight in times and on the track. It's just a blast to watch these.
I think it'll be interesting to see how many of these drivers actually try to carry over and race in that one, and if the skills of asphalt racing will carry over. Will J.R. Shepherd and James Lowe be just as fast when it comes to being on dirt as it is on pavement? Well, we'll find out. Just a couple weeks. As I look at it now, that's probably just 1 week away. Let's go to the grid. We'll call it here as soon as iRacing populates it for me, and it looks like they have. As expected, Bruce Pearson sits on the pole. Now, he's going to be flanked by James Lowe. Jeffrey, why don't we take this a row at a time? We got a small field. Why don't you take row 2?
Row 2 is going to be Justin Morton and the champ, J.R. Shepherd, tonight. So he's starting towards the front. Look for him to check out early.
Shepherd coming off a win last time, looking to pick up his 9th win of the season. Lowell Jewell and Kurt Smith make row 3.
John Hine and Austin Belke coming in 7th and 8th. This is going to be interesting too. Middle of the pack, they're
a personal favorite of mine because it gave me a little driving advice while I was in one of these races one time. That's Mike Holloway. His advice to me was, let's go, Soup. Outside of him, in spot number 10, that's going to be Brad Smith.
Ruben Altis and Todd Liston. Keep an eye on Todd Liston. He's always one to get through the pack and get to the front. So Who are you watching him from?
In the Baker's dozen spot, it's Jonathan Little Segala in the 13th position, flanked by Mike Allen. And then the
Donnie
final
Moore and Jeffrey Harden coming straight from the back. Jeffrey Harden, he's been one to watch all year. He's sneaky good. So watch him come from the back.
What's Donnie Moore doing way back there? Well, I think he had a penalty to serve from last time. Overly aggressive racing, rear-ending the pole sitter on the initial start. Hey, I missed that race. I may go back and check that one out. Sounds like a good way to get the race going. Well, he's paying the price now. He'll be starting in 15th position. Don't worry, you got 100 laps to get up there, Donnie. Plenty of time. Bruce Pearson brings him out of quarter number 4. Chug a look, makes you want to holler, Idaho. We're racing here at Sobo. Number 96, Bruce Pearson, trying to hold the inside line. Look at the momentum from James Lowe. His name is Lowe, but he likes it high as he goes around the top right now. The number 9 of Salty Morton looking on in 3rd.
Yeah, these guys will definitely try to file out here. You see these guys in the back, they're falling like bricks as they're too wide. So they're definitely gonna have to go single file pretty.
You can see Pearson hugging the inside, making everyone go around the top side. Now trying to do it is the old number 98. And he does it. Multi-time champion J.R. Shepard moves into 3rd position. Next on the hit list for Bruce Pearson will be the boss, Lowell Jewell, and he's going to the top side as well.
Yeah, and Bruce Pearson, it won't take him long to get to the front. He's just going to have to be smart and conserve those tires. So getting to the front and conserving what you have, there's two totally different things. You know, but if you get to the front, you have to make sure you still have something to run with once you get there.
Justin Morton, a legitimate threat to win this one. Holding down second, has good pace. He was our 3rd fastest in practice. The back half of your top 10. Let me run that out if I get my timing and scoring corrected here. We talked about Lowell Jewell. John Hine, Mike Holloway, Ruben Altice, Kurt Smith, and Brad Spadell. I'm going to take that one as Spadell. You want to correct me on that one, Derek? Spidel. Thank you.
Yeah, you got Liston coming back from the back there too. So watch him. I told you he's coming, and he's coming.
Director, let's go back for the only side-by-side battle going on. That's Spidel and Smith now. Smith actually losing ground. He's stuck on the top side. Look at the low line work here. This is Todd Liston making it work. Joe Segala trying to get in the mix, trying to follow Liston through.
And these guys single filed out, and they're really just, I think they're really just hanging on for a couple laps, trying to get everything settled in before we actually see the battle. James Lowe is checked out to almost a full second lead, so these guys gotta figure this out. Justin Morton, I've seen him reel him in before, so he's gonna have to do it now. Oh, and Austin Bilkey around.
Yes, indeed. I think he got a little help to start this one. I think it starts with the 24 of Austin Bilkey. The car got loose right in front of Mike Allen. And then Allen gets a strong punch from Jeffrey Harden. Harden, 44, the last car in. Good news for those guys, the cars didn't look too damaged. The bad news is it did not bring out the yellow. And that's good news for James Lowe. In fact, let's take a look at the leader right now, because Jeffrey, he's coming up on some lap traffic.
Yeah, he is on Jeffrey Harden right now, and that's unfortunate. And with that front end damage, I'm not sure that Jeffrey Harden will be able to put a much of a fight. We see that new damage model right there on Jeffrey Harden. Wow, that is awesome! How that hood has been up now compared to in recent weeks, and Jeffrey Harden just lets him go because he knows he can't put up a fight at this point.
Good. Oh no, that's got to be hard to see. The car of the hood's right up in front of the windshield there for Lowe. All right, we're looking at the boss. Car number 55. We're on Mike Holloway. Holloway in 5th, ahead of Bruce Pearson, our pole sitter. Lowell Jewell has hang on to 4th position. I wonder, Director, is it possible to get an in-car camera from car number 44 just to see if that actually... Just like to see what that looks like if you can see. Yeah, that's...
Wow, that is
that
wild. Thank you, iRacing, for giving us that much realism just to show you how awesome this sim is. We are looking from the in-car cam, and I don't know how he's doing it, but...
Got some serious downforce.
He's definitely not going for a flight tonight. He's got that front end pegged, and that is awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, it's possible he's probably not seeing that one. If he is, he's Whoopi Goldberg in the Ghost. He's got some ESP. He can racing by sense of smell.
He's smelling them beside him, Bill, because they're coming. They're not messing around.
Reminds me of Tom Hanks in Castaway, where the thing blew up and he found himself a sail to get off the island.
Wilson!
No. All right, well, that's going on. Everything pretty much stays the same up front.
Yeah, James Lowe just took Mike Allen, and there wasn't much of a fight there. And I don't think that they're going to be. Meanwhile, we got Lowell Jewell in a battle with Mr. Mike Holloway, Mr. Consistency all year. He just kind of hung there in the balance. That was pretty cool.
Mike picks up that position, now moves up into 4th. Jewell drops back into the same position that he started on in 5th. Now, if you're new to this series, you might be saying, let's go James Lowe. But this is a case where James really kind of has to manage the gap, because if he were to open up a half lap lead, all he's really doing is burning his tires. The yellow flag comes out, and they've all caught up to him, and he doesn't have as much to play with. So right now, he just wants to be far enough ahead of Justin Morton that he can be comfortable, race comfortably, but not have to worry about burning up the stuff.
Yeah, and these guys have done a really, really good job all season of managing those tires. That one set of tires that they get here. I've watched them all year. Even in the most heated battles, we've watched them just manage and manage and manage, and then hopefully we've seen it before. They go the 100 laps, green to checker, and it happens, and that can be interesting. But if we get a caution here, that heat cycle, that's going to make for a really, really rough restart.
We are on the battle that I've been watching. Our director found it well. That's a 4-car train. The engine is John Hine. Ruben Altice right behind him. Brad Spittle behind Spidle behind that one, and then Kurt Smith in the number, well, it's either number 6 or the number 9, depending if it's on the front straight or the back straight. It's the number 6 car.
Yeah, Brad Spidle will be in the 5-car, Bill. He's got that 6-car paint scheme. Or no. That's not.
Yeah, it's Kurt Smith in 6. Spidle right ahead of him in the number 5 car.
Such fantastic paint schemes. It's hard sometimes to keep them straight.
We got a helmet on that. We got a cam on the top of his helmet. This is very, very cool.
A bird's eye view, if you will. Pretty cool.
Kurt Smith looking at the battle that's going on in front of him. The car on the low side is Spidle. The car on the top side is Altice. They continue to race 2 by 2. Oh my, Spidle. A new jar of peanut butter. He is smooth, and he's going to be able to get that position. And now moving underneath Kurt Smith. They race 2 by 2, or 2 wide.
And James Lowe has caught Jeffrey Harden again, and that has allowed Justin Morton to cut the lead down to just a half second. So let's see what happens here. I believe Jeffrey Harden went in and got his fast repair, cut that hood off from in front of him, and he goes another lap down, unfortunately for him. But a half lap that Justin Morton has picked up on James Lowe, and he's got J.R. Shepherd just knocking on the door.
We are more than 1/3 of the way through, and we have been green the entire distance, working lap number 37. Let's go ahead and stay on the leader, and we'll see how he negotiates Austin Belke. Belke in 14th position. I'm a huge fan of lap traffic. I love to see the slower cars as they try to get out of the way, race predictable, and how the faster cars negotiate them. The interval from first to second, well, you can see it on the tower next to you there, around 0.6 to 0.7 seconds.
And that's where I think that's really what sets these guys apart, is how well they deal with lap traffic. You know, James Lowe will deal with it different than J.R. Shepherd and Justin Morton. These guys, they all deal with it separate, but they all deal with it really.
The 4-car train you're looking at right now, they're about a half lap behind the leaders right now. So it'll be a while until Lowe gets to these guys. When he does, that'll be really exciting when he has to get a nice train of cars. Up front, let's look at the driver in second position. This is heating up. J.R. Shepherd, he can see the laps ticking away. He can get the feel of this race. He realizes, you know, only 16 cars on the grid. This thing could go green the whole way. I can't wait too long, and he's beginning to get a little more aggressive behind Salty Morton here in the 9 machine.
And although he does not need to win, he doesn't have to finish this race. He will not give up. I do not see Justin Morton giving up, or J.R. Shepherd giving up.
Either one of those guys would not like to get up. Boy, somebody would sure like to knock off J.R. Shepherd if it's possible. We talked about momentum. Right now, the man with momentum is going to be James Lowe. Can't get away from this battle in 6th place. Oh my goodness, it is really tight. On the top side, that's Bruce Pearson. Underneath, in the 21, that's John Hine. Watching on in the 5 machine, we talked about him, that's Speidel, and here comes the 6 machine of Kurt Smith. And Ruben Altice is in the mix as well. And it's all, they are really slowing themselves down because Joe Segala, and here comes Donnie Moore.
Yeah, Donnie Moore.
Apologies to the cars up front. This is where the action is. Go, Jeffrey.
Donnie Moore working his way up in 15. He's not coming up as quick as I thought, but he's still coming up.
There's a possibility we may miss the pass of Shepherd going around Morton, but how many times have we seen Shepherd make a pass? This is where the action is. This is, if you're a fan, this is where you're pointing your binoculars. And to be honest with you, I think this is where we might see a yellow flag here. They begin to string out a bit.
Yeah, and it looks like Segala is about to put the move on Donnie Moore here as they come down the straight, and he's been looking to that high side. He just hasn't been able to make the momentum work as he dives off.
One of the fun features about this series and any Bootleg Racing League race is that how they grid it up. It's not based on qualifying time. Getting really high as John Hine. That's going to open the door for Speidel as he goes underneath, as does Kurt Smith. The point I was trying to make is it's not always the fastest cars out in front. There's a lot of shuffling going on. It reminds me of when NASCAR has to grid a race because of the rain based on points. You don't really know who's fastest. Makes for great racing.
Absolutely, and these guys gotten to know each other, you know, through multiple series and on multiple races. You know, they go 100 or they go 65 laps in the series before this in the Tour of Modifieds. So they're battling, you know, 3 races a night, and that really shows with the respect and the driving ability that these guys are showing around each other.
Let's go up front as he's about to get the lead for leading at the halfway mark. Wait, nope. We're past the halfway mark. Yep, we're already there. So I missed that one. James Lowe, the interval continues to be 1 second. Boy, I'll tell you, Soup is rusty right now. It's been a while since he's called an oval race. The last thing you want to have is rusty soup. Morton in second, Shepard in third. Now, the guy we want to watch is car number 26. He started at the back. We're talking about Donnie Moore, a veteran. He's already worked his way around Joe Segala, Ruben Altice. He's now working on the back of our pole sitter, Bruce Pearson.
And Pearson just dropping like a fly tonight. Looks like he is not able to get the car under control tonight. He just doesn't. He cannot find the speed, and that's extremely unfortunate. But Donnie Moore is right there knocking on his door.
Well, got to give him a tip of the hat, though. He got put on pole. He did a good job of racing clean with the faster cars behind him. Uh-oh, here it is, Morton and Shepard. We knew it was coming, and he got him. Boy, you can see that Morton gets really high through 3 and 4. Look, hardly supposed to stick.
Yeah, Bill, I have a feeling that he may have just overdrove it, seeing Shepard coming in. You know, you start hearing that shark music when J.R. Shepard is coming, because you know there is no stopping him.
You mean the da-da-da-da, you don't mean the baby shark da-da-da-da, you don't mean that one, right? You mean the...
No, definitely no
theme.
baby shark tonight.
All right, here comes some fronts. Let's go up to director. Let's go to the leader because he's coming up on a mix here. He's got Segala, who's side by side with Bruce Pearson. There is a wall of cars in front of him, and he's got multi-time champion J.R. Shepard behind him. And
this is where I would get nervous if I was James Lowe, because you have a brick wall in front of you for cars, and you're hearing that shark music. I'm telling you, you can hear it. Even if it's in your head, you can hear it, and he's coming.
Oh my goodness. I think James Lowe may need a bigger boat because here comes J.R. Shepard. He is closing the gap. And Lowe has rough waters ahead of him. Joe Segala chasing Ruben Altice. These guys have been in a battle. Yes, they see the leader behind them, but man, it's so hard.
Yeah.
And look at that. They take up both lanes.
And they're going to have to balance, do I want to race or do I fight the leaders? To me, it comes down to respect. You got to give way to the leaders and do your battle next, because chances are they're going to get by you and you're going to be right back in the battle anyway. So you got to give way to the leaders.
Well, Lowe is in a box right now. For a minute, he couldn't go to the outside because he had the car of Segala leaving him room on the inside. They get that negotiated. Now they come up on Ruben Altice. Fortunately for the number 11 car, the battle has waned, so he can simply take a nice line through here. He lifts a little bit. He's going to let the leader through, but unfortunately, he's going to make Lowe have a shallow entrance into the corner. That's going to allow Shepard to get right up there. Look at the drive that Shepard's going to get off, too. If he could go 3 wide, he'd put the number 98 there, but he has to wait. But now he's a half car length back, and we're talking about multi-time champion J.R. Shepard.
Yeah, and this is no surprise to our viewers. We've watched it all season long as Shepard has just battled and battled and battled. I mean, 8 wins. 8 wins he's got on the season, going for number 9 tonight, and it's absolutely amazing the way he does it.
The only guy to deny J.R. Shepard a sweep is the car in front of him, James Lowe. 10 races in the book so far. 8 wins for Shepard, 2 for Lowe. And it looks like those guys are going to keep a stranglehold on victory lane between the two of them right now, unless things really shake out differently than what we see. Got to go back and look at the battle a little farther back.
John Hine and Donnie Moore doing battle. Donnie Moore worked his way up from 15th to 9th. He's working on John Hine. It's going to get interesting here. Let's see if Donnie Moore he's got to take in a more aggressive line if he's going to get by, but does he still have what he needs to get by him? Wow, that is wild.
Those two drivers are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. And now going underneath is Donnie Moore. Donnie Moore knows he's got to get going because James Lowe is a-coming. Lowe about a half a straightaway behind. He will be there soon enough. My goodness, 72 green flag laps.
These guys are amazing, Bill. I tip my hat to them every single week because this is almost what we've come to expect from these guys here in the latter half of the season, and to do that on these short tracks with these cars with this tire model, it's just absolutely outstanding to watch these guys each and every week.
Told my wife I had to commentate a race tonight. She got a frown on her face thinking that I'd be away from her for a long time. I said, honey, it's Bootleg. She got a big smile. And now these guys are making her even more happy with all of this green flag racing as we got 25 to go. James Lowe out in front of J.R. Shepherd.
Shepherd doing a very, very good job of managing getting back up there. He's not driving over aggressive because, again, will he have enough to make that pass once he gets to James Lowe? That's going to be the question.
We were looking at the battle up and be ahead of them between Moore and Hine. It will not be long until our leader gets there. This is going to be fascinating as we ride on board with number 98. Look at Shepherd trying to feel out the lines. What about if I take it a little bit high and get a dive down here? Oh my, I think he found something there. It's the number 99 versus the number 98. Shepherd is doing some feeling, some searching, getting a wide line in. They go up beneath the 21 of John Hine, our pre-race interview. He does a good job of getting out of the way. Hine knows one more position, and he can start on the pole for next season. He'd love to pick that one up. Right now, in that magic 8-ball spot, it's Donnie Moore.
Yeah, and James Lowe is just feeling the pressure. J.R. Shepherd is the closest we've had between that battle all night. He had it down to a 2/10. So it's wild to watch these guys just continue to battle so hard and so clean for 81 laps.
Richter, can we get a high angle shot maybe to show what is ahead of James Lowe right now? It is a traffic jam out there. In fact, some cars are pulling into pit lane to get out of the way. There are cars on multiple agendas. There's the number 44. We saw him earlier with the trunk, the hood that was a problem. They negotiate Jeffrey Harden. Next coming up is Todd Liston. Liston is a lap down. He's a veteran. He keeps the 87 up high. No problem there. We're running out of time.
Yeah, with 15 laps to go, it's time to go for J.R. Shepherd. If he wants this, he's going to have to do it now and make it work. I feel like he got a little bit of apron there, Bill, and got a little bit loose, and he's working it.
Put on your dancing shoes. Start that mirrored ball a spinning. We need the funk. Gotta have the funk. It's time to boogie. 16 laps to go. 15 laps to go, and James Lowe has a car length lead on J.R. Shepherd.
Ooh, and Donnie Moore battling with Lowell Jewell. So he's not going to be real quick about giving up that spot at all. So this is going to get really, really, really reckless right now.
They can be a little more polite knowing that Moore is in 8th position and he has a 3-second lead back to 9th. Moore says, no way, I'm going underneath. This is the worst case scenario for James Lowe. They have 2 cars battling in front of him. There is nowhere to go, and J.R. Shepherd sees that he has nowhere to go, and he takes the 98 to the top side. Watch the drive. The Shepherd gets off of 4. He's going to have that car a-rolling, but there's nowhere to put the 98. The 99 has him blocked.
Door on him. Wow, Lowe closed the door on Shepherd as they were coming off the corner. And he goes down on the bottom. He's got it. He's got his nose in.
Lowe has got to try to pin him in. Playing chess out there right now. He's got more on the low side. He's got the 24 car of Austin Belkey up top, though. Lowe's got to be really careful. Shepherd now trying to get underneath. Lowe trying to find a way to go.
3 wide.
Trying to make the car invisible. 10 to go. Jewell Jewel continues to fend off Donnie Moore. They are aware of what's going on behind them. James Lowe and J.R. Shepard. They continue to race for 7th position. Moore gets loose right in front of Lowe. Lowe has to check up, but Shepard was not in the position to get any momentum going on. And look who's back in the mix. It's Justin Morton.
Oh man, is Justin Morton gonna battle this out, or is he gonna wait and see if they nudge each other? Wow, what do you do if you're in Justin Morton's shoes here, Bill? Do you wait it out and hope these guys battle it too much and they give it up to essentially give the win to you, or do you stick your nose in there and battle with them?
It depends if I answer as a race fan or as a driver. If I'm a driver, I wait. If I'm a race fan, I say go for it. And talking about go for it, here comes J.R. Shepard. He tries to get a run up top. Lowe is blocked in front as Moore is now underneath Lowell. Lowell Jewel on the top side. Gets a great run off of there. He's able to
Oh, Shepard too high. He scrapes the wall. That was not a good move. He is stuck up there, and he is not able to get the run that he needs to stay contending for this win. This is not the best situation for Shepard. Morton
Justin
is gone.
Morton gets Shepard. Finally, Lowell Jewel is out of the mix. I can hear the curse words coming from James Lowe from 2,000 miles away. James Lowe finally negotiates both of those drivers. Gets around Lowell Jewel, gets around Donnie Moore, and now with 4 laps to go, it's a 3-car race to the lead. And it's Lowe, Morton, and Shepard. Shepard again puts it in the wall. I think his days are numbered. I don't think there's anything left. I think he used it all up trying to get around Lowe. Morton has been back there saving the stuff. What does the number 9 have as they come around the flag? It'll be 2 to go this time as they go beneath the flag stand. Moore out in front. No, I'm sorry, Lowe out in front. Morton right behind him. The number 9 trying to hit his marks. Being perfect. He takes it high, dives it down into 3. The car gets a little bit high, but there is no opportunity for Morton. Morton trying to get a good drive off of 4 as they see the white flag. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. The number 9 is so close. If he wants to, he can punt him. Let's see what he does. Shepard is too far back to make a move. Let's see what the number 9 does. He's a half car laid back. He's a quarter car laid back. Not enough. Out of the final corner. A drive to the checkered flag. It's going to be James Lowe picking up the 3rd win of the season. Try as he might, Justin Morton has to settle for 2nd. J.R. Shepard, a valiant effort, will take 3rd.
Yeah, that was rough there. Brad Splido and Mike Holloway. This was the James Lowe, J.R. Shepard, Justin Morton show, really, honestly. I mean, these guys, they got out front, they checked out, and that's all there was to it. Great season by all these guys. It's a fantastic year, and I cannot wait for this next season.
Donnie Moore and Lowell Jewel, I join the fans here at Sobo in saying thanks for helping put on a great show. You guys made it exciting as Moore gets 7th and Lowell Jewel will have to settle for 8th. As you see our winner, James Lowe, doing some very nice donuts here at South Boston. We're going to take a short break. Don't go far. We'll be back. We'll run down the entire finishing order. Hopefully talk to some of these drivers. We'll try to figure out if we can get that done and then put a lock on the gate. Back in a few. From South Boston Speedway, presented by The Cruise Shop. This is the Global Sim Racing Channel's final round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's Grand National Series, its inaugural season, and sure enough, the champion is the same that we've had so many times before. It is J.R. Shepherd, but we had a winner of a race tonight. Let's go ahead and give you the entire finishing order right now. On the top, it was James Lowe. He worked his way to the front, had an exciting finish as he had two cars that he was trying to lap. He was trying to get around Lowell Jewell and Donnie Moore. They really made it difficult. Once he got that done, he was able to drive away. Justin Morton took advantage of J.R. Shepherd, who was boxed in, as he steals second position from the multi-time champion who had to settle for third. Brad Speidel drove up from fourth position, from 10th spot to fourth. He picks up 6 positions to get that finishing order. Mike Holloway rounds out your top 5. Now, the back half of your top 10, the last car on the lead lap was Kurt Smith. You saw the battle between Donnie Moore and Lowell Jewell. Moore gets the best of that. He gets credited with 7th. Look for the boss, Lowell Jewell, to be on the pole if they keep the 8-car regrid for next season, as he gets the lucky 8th spot. John Hine, our pre-race interview, a lap down in 9th with Joe Segala in 10th. The back half of your field, Bruce Pearson, your pole sitter, gets 11th. 12th to Ruben Altice. Austin Belkey finishes in the Baker's Dozen spot just ahead of Todd Liston. Jeffrey Harden gets the 15th spot, and the last car out there, Mike Allen, 7 laps down in the Sweet 16 position. Okay, with that said, I think we're going to be able to talk to some of the drivers right now. We get to talk to our race winner, James Lowe. James, it's Soup here. I've been away for a while and come back, and I watch you pick up your 3rd win of the season. Nice job.
Hey, appreciate it, Soup. Good to have you back.
All right. I had a hunch you went through your entire vocabulary of curse words there as you were stuck behind Lowell Jewell and Donnie Moore right when it counted.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations where, you know, what can you do? I mean, there's guys racing for position 2, and they were racing hard for it. And, you know, I just had to sit there and wait a little bit. And we finally made it through there and was able to hold on.
How much different is this car at the end of the race tonight than it was early on? Were you able to save your stuff, or were you struggling?
I just struggled with the turn in a little bit. Coming off, I was really good. Actually, I was a little bit too good coming off, but just going in, I was a little bit too tight. But if I slowed it down way back, I was able to get through it.
I'm going to ask you this because I've never been in this position. I'm going to ask you for a little driver advice. How much, when you have J.R. Shepherd behind you, do you race with an eye in the rearview mirror, or are you just worried about the 2 cars in front of you?
Well, you look down at the relative every once in a while and see, you know, how much he's gaining and so on and so forth. But, I mean, other than that, you're just kind of looking forward.
Got it. I figured that. Nice job on the win. You pick up your 3rd one of the season. You and Shepherd, the only drivers to get those. I haven't been here. I'm going to give you one more question because I'm curious. Do you like the new car? Is it fun to race this heavier car?
Yeah, I love the new car. It's you know, it's a challenge to drive, and it really makes you work for it, and you're tired by the end of these races. So I love the change.
Okay, I'll let you go. We got a lot of people to talk to. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Hope to see you next season.
Thanks, Soup.
There you have it, our race winner today, James Lowe. We had a lot of people to talk to. See if I can speed these up a little bit. Hey, we got Jeffrey here. Jeffrey, you want to talk to our 2nd place finisher?
How we doing? Justin Morton, 2nd place tonight. You just battled your heart out, and we saw J.R. Shepherd kind of get by you, and then they battled for a little bit, and then you were able to get by him. And how do you feel about this season as we wrap up tonight?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this season. I missed a bunch of races, you know, technical issues and some other stuff, but yeah, I really enjoyed this season. It was a lot of fun being able to battle with Shepherd and Lowe.
We definitely battled. We loved watching the battle all season long. You guys did great. How do you feel you did tonight? How did the car feel tonight?
Yeah, I felt I did pretty good tonight. It makes up for how my Sebring race went. But yeah, car it was pretty neutral. Towards the end of the run, it was really starting to plow on X.
Yeah, we saw you guys kind of struggling there towards the end, you know, between the lap traffic and maybe a little bit the tires. There's just It's hard. This track is just really, really rough. But we wrapped up this season. You had a great season, and the races that you were here. I can't wait for the next season to watch you battle each and every week. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah. First off, I would like to thank my two teammates who picked up slack for me earlier in our 12-hour Sebring race where I had wheel problems. Riley, James, thank you guys for pretty much doing the entire. Thank you, Pixel Dust, for doing this awesome paint. Black Box, openwheels.com. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast.
Thanks, Justin. We really look forward to next season with you.
Yep.
There you have a second place finisher, Justin Morden. Today we look forward to seeing him next season as well. We're going to talk to our champion, J.R. Shepard. J.R. at Soup here. The lap traffic coming up that was slowing down low, was that good or bad for you?
It ended up being bad, but
it did.
That's part of it. Those guys are racing for 8th spot, so I mean it's their race too. So I thought that I could use it to my advantage a little bit and work the top, and it just didn't work out. But it's part of it.
It was fun. You got alongside a low a few times, but there were a couple times you did it and there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, I was really working hard the first 50 laps to save the tires because I knew that the tires were going to be important at the end, especially on the rear of the car. And I was making some brake adjustments as the run went on and trying to figure out where I needed everything to be. And, those last 20, 25 laps, I thought I was in a good spot if I could just get to his outside, and it just didn't work out a few times.
Get you out of here on this one. I've been away for a while, been out of the loop. I found out that GSRC is going to cover a Bootleg Racing League series on Friday night that has dirt. It's on a different night and a different surface. Is that something, J.R. Shepard, we might see racing it?
I might. I've ran with these guys on dirt the past season, so it's something I like to do to try to add some new skills to my toolbox, get a little bit better at a different discipline. So it's something I give a try, and it's always a lot of fun to do something different.
Got it. J.R. Shepard, nice job. Our third place finish today and our season champion. Congratulations on that. Okay, we're going to talk to the director, see do we have one more director or are we done? I'm looking down here and we have a few. Let's go ahead. We'll talk to Austin Belkey. Jeffrey, you want to talk to Austin, who, let's see where Austin finished here today as I scroll through, got himself a 13th place finish.
That's correct.
Austin,
yeah.
Austin, man, we enjoyed watching you all season, and we really, really, really loved watching you all season. Just struggled a little bit tonight. What was going on with the car?
Well, you start up high, and that's just not where you really want to be at this track. And then we floated all the way to the back, and then Mike Allen just it barely a touch sent me spinning.
Yeah, it's just really, really. It's a tough track to drive, and like you said, once you get that bump, if you get slid up top, it's tough to kind of wrangle it back into you, and we just I've been there, I've done that, I know what you're feeling, man. Just how do you feel about your season overall, and what do you look forward to next season?
Oh, man, yeah, it was a great time. It's always fun with these guys. I got to thank Lowell for putting this thing on in the cruise shop. They're a great sponsor for us. It's a lot of fun. Looking forward to being back here with you guys next season. Having fun with the BRL guys. We're doing the Dirt League that you guys are also broadcasting with the cruise shop.
Austin, it's Soup here. You got to pay the race stewards a little bit more. You need to tip them. You went all the way around. No yellow flag for you.
Yeah, hey, that is what it is. I'd much rather me spin out and the racing keep going than, a slate spin like that and we got to re-rack them, It is what it is. That's racing.
Indeed, especially if there's no yellow flags. You would have been the only guy to bring one out. Hey, congratulations. Good to watch your race. Good luck next season.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. But stick around for these important sponsor notifications here. Let's thank everybody that made this happen, especially the Cruise Shop. You can call them at 260-755-6125 or visit them at thecruiseshopfw.com. And of course, everybody at the Bootleg Racing League for organizing the series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. For more information about Bootleg Racing League, Facebook.com, Bootleg Racing League, and BootlegRacingLeague.com. That's simple enough. On screen now are some of the equipment and software we use to stream cyberspace in your place. The original music, that's courtesy of June Lalonde. See the screen for contact information. With this being the season finale, we've talked about it enough, but GSRC has concluded its coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's Grand National Series, but you know what's coming. We're going to be here not once a week, but twice a week next season. And if you want to know when that is, on screen now are some of the upcoming broadcasts, so check those out and mark them down on your calendar. But if you want to know and get a complete list of broadcasts, here's what you do. Go to GlobalSimRacingChannel.com. We're also on Twitter at GSR Channel, Facebook at Global Sim Racing Channel, and Instagram at GSRC_Gram. If you haven't done so yet, become a YouTube subscriber by hitting the button on our YouTube page. Finally, on behalf of the entire crew, that would be Jeffrey, Joe, and Dougie, I'd like to thank all of you for watching as we wrap up the season here at Sobo with a victory from James Lowe. With that said, we're off to have fun, storm of the castle. So until next time, good health. Race hard, race clean. We'll see you on the track.